Hello and welcome. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make the I see you zipper pouch. This pouch is a simple lined zipper pouch and is eye-shaped. It's small but has lots of space wherever you are storing. The pouch has a wristlet strap that is easy to hold, so you can take it wherever you want to go. As you can see, you can combine colors and fabrics to make your own zipper pouch. You need to know how to install zippers and how to stitch around curves, and you'll be sewing your own lovely pouch in no time. Okay, so what are we waiting for? Grab your supplies and let's sew away. While you're grabbing your supplies, kindly subscribe to this channel, like and share these videos, as this encourages me to make more videos like this. To make your own I see you pouch, here is what you need. You need the main body, and I've gone ahead to cut one of these out of my exterior fabric with foam stabilizer fused to the wrong side of this main body. Make sure you use something very light. You don't have to use foam stabilizer. Use an interfacing of stabilizer that is very light. Then I've gone ahead to cut two of this main body panel out of my lining fabric. Next is the front lower part. For the front lower part, I've cut this out of a contrasting exterior, and we need the front upper part, which I've gone ahead to cut out of my main exterior fabric. Then we need the big eye, which I've also cut out of my main exterior fabric, and the inner eye, which I've cut out of another contrasting exterior. We now need the zipper tabs. I've cut two of these out of my main exterior fabric. We need the ring connector, which I've cut also out of my main exterior fabric. Lastly, we need the wristlet strap. I've cut this out of my main exterior fabric. You can decide to cut this out of whatever fabric you want. For the hardware and notions, first we need the D-ring. This is a 3/4 wide inner diameter D-ring. This is what we're going to be using for the ring connector. We now need the swivel hook. The swivel hook is also a 3/4 inch inner diameter swivel hook, and it's going to be used for the wristlet strap. Then we need our zipper. Our zipper is 10 inches long with the zipper pull already fixed. Lastly, we need this wiggly eye. For the wiggly eye, you can get this at any craft store or from the craft section of any store at all. To begin with, we're going to be preparing the front panel. To prepare the front panel, we need the front lower part, we need the front upper part, we need the big eye and the inner eye. First, lay the front lower part right side facing you, and with a disappearing marker, just transfer the eye placement from the pattern piece to the right side of this piece. Then now I'm going to place the big eye on this piece, and to keep it in place, I'm using a double-sided tape on the wrong side of this big eye. As soon as you have placed the big eye on this piece, stitch the big eye at about 3/8 of an inch from the edge. Now that stitching is done, we're going to be repeating the same step with the inner eye. For the inner eye, we're going to be transferring the placement from the pattern piece to the big eye. and then we're stitching in place. As soon as stitching is done, place the front upper parts on this front lower part with straight edges aligned. Then ensure that the front upper part is well centered. Clip in place. Then you're going to be stitching at about 3/8 of an inch from the edge. When you're done stitching, press the seam open and you'll be top stitching on both sides of the seam edge at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. As soon as top stitching is done, place the just finished front panel and the other main body on each other to trim excess fabric away from the just finished or just assembled front panel. After trimming excess fabric, you can now glue or sew your foam stabilizer or whatever interfacing you use to the wrong side of both main body panels. Then set both main body panels aside. Moving on, we're going to be preparing the zipper and the ring connector. For the zipper, you need the zipper and the zipper tab pieces, as well as your zipper pull already fixed or installed to the zipper tape. Now we're going to be laying the zipper tabs wrong side facing us, and then we'll draw a vertical line in the center. Ensure you apply double-sided tape in the center so it helps to keep the zipper end in place. Then you're going to be placing each end of the zipper on the line that you drew earlier. Then fold the other side of the line towards the zipper. So what you just did is that you just enclosed the end of the zipper within the zipper tab. Clip both tabs in place and you'll be stitching at about 1/8 of an inch from the raw edge. Set aside for now so that we can prepare the ring connector. On the wrong side of the ring connector piece, draw a vertical line just like we did for the zipper tab in the center. If you're using leather, faux leather, cork or vinyl, apply double-sided tape down the center of this connector piece. Then you're going to fold each long raw edge towards the center line. Then press flat with your fingers or press with a hot iron if using fabric. Stitch down both long edges at about 1/8 of an inch from the center. When you're done, insert the just sewn connector into the ring. Then fold the ring connector in two, round the ring and clip in place. Baste the connector in place. Your ring connector is now ready and you can set aside. Then we'll move on to preparing the wristlet strap. To prepare the strap, we'll need the wristlet strap piece and the swivel hook that I showed earlier in the video. So on the wrong side of the strap piece, draw a vertical line in the center, but make sure you mark out 2 inches from both the top and the bottom edges. Then you're going to apply double-sided tape down the center of this wristlet piece, leaving out the 2-inch marks that you had earlier. Fold each raw edge towards the center, then you press flat. But make sure you note that the 2-inch marked out edges will be left unfolded. Now you're going to insert the folded wristlet strap into the swivel hook. Now open up the unfolded top and bottom edges of this strap. Bring them together so that right sides are facing each other. We're going to be clipping in place. Stitch at about 3/8 of an inch from the edge. When you're done stitching, open up the seam, and to make sure the seam stays open, apply double-sided tape outside the stitch lines on both sides. Then you fold the seam allowance on the double-sided tape. Do this for the other side too. If you remember, we didn't apply double-sided tape within the 2-inch marks that we drew earlier. So when we're done opening up the seam, apply DST tape within those marks, the 2-inch marks. Then fold the raw edges towards the center line that you drew at the very beginning. Now fold this strap in two, then press flat with your finger and clip in place. Then you're going to be top stitching round at about 1/8 of an inch from both edges. When you're done top stitching, fold the strap at any point you desire round the swivel hook, then rivet or stitch as close as possible to the hook. Your wristlet strap is now ready. Now we're going to move on to the final assembly of our zipper pouch. And to finally assemble our pouch, we need the following: the completed front panel, the main lining which we cut earlier out of our main body piece, our zipper with the zipper tabs already sewn on, the main body which is now the back panel, the inner eye, and the prepared ring connector. First, we're going to be bringing back the prepared front panel, that's the one with the eye, and then from the angled edge on the right side, measure 1.5 inch downward. Now we're going to be placing the basted ring connector on the completed front panel on the mark we just drew as guide. Make sure you're not placing it above the mark but below the mark. Then clip in place. When you have clipped in place, make sure you baste at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. Then lay one of the lining right side facing, but before you do that, make sure you notch the top edge of all of these pieces as well as the zipper on both sides, which is what I'm doing right now. Then lay one of the lining right sides facing you. Then with the right side of your zipper facing you as well, align the zipper edge with the top edge of this lining piece. Ideally, the zipper pull should be facing right, but you could also face left depending on where you want your zipper pull to face. Clip this zipper in place. Now you might have a small problem or challenge depending on how good you are with zippers. This zipper is going to be attached along this curve, so because the zipper is straight, there may be a few challenges. So to make it less challenging, I've decided to snip into the zipper a bit. While you're snipping, don't snip in too much. I didn't snip in up to 1/8, but make sure you're snipping in within the same allowance of that zipper, so the zipper is able to bend to your will. So as soon as you're done clipping in place, baste at about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. By the time you are basting, you realize that you've already taken in the snipped in edges of the zipper. We just finished basting the zipper to the lining. Then we're going to be placing the front panel, which is the one with the eye, on top of this lining piece. Make sure you are aligning the top edge, that is the one with the front upper panel. Align the raw edges of both exterior and lining. Then you clip in place. You realize that your zipper is now sandwiched between the lining and the exterior pieces. Then you're going to be stitching at about 3/8 of an inch from the edge. Make sure you pull your zipper pull out of the way so your stitches don't get wonky while you're stitching. When you're done stitching, you're going to be pressing both fabrics away from the zipper. I mean the exterior and the lining pieces away from the zipper. You press well with your fingers and you'll be top stitching along the seam edge at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. But note that while top stitching, your stitches should not go beyond where the zipper tabs end and begin. When you're done top stitching, take the second lining piece and lay it right side facing you. Make sure the notched part is up. Then you align the unsewn zipper edge with the top edge of this second lining, just like we did earlier, and then you clip in place. When you're done clipping in place, baste at about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Then you're going to be placing the back panel wrong side facing you on the just basted zipper so the right sides are together. And like we did with the front panel, you're going to pin or clip the top edge in place. Then we're going to be stitching at about 3/8 of an inch along the curved edge. Now you're going to press both fabrics, the exterior and lining, away from the zipper like we did earlier, and we'll be top stitching along the seam edge at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. So you notice that to do this, it might be extremely challenging, right? So what I do is that I press the pouch in so that I'm able to reach that part I want to top stitch. And like we did earlier, make sure you do not top stitch past where the zipper tabs begin and end. To complete our zipper pouch, we're going to be turning the pouch to the wrong side. But before you turn the pouch, make sure you unzip the zipper completely. Turn the pouch to the wrong side. Make sure exterior panels are well aligned as well as the lining panels. Then we're going to be clipping round start clipping, we'll start with the zipper tabs area. So start by pushing the zipper tab towards the lining area, then press and clip in place. Repeat with the other zipper tab area, then clip all the way around. When you're done clipping, we're going to be sewing the sides. We're going to be sewing round at 3/8 of an inch from the edge, but make sure you leave at least a 3-inch opening at the bottom of the lining for turning the pouch at the end. When you're done, trim the seam allowance to 1/4 of an inch. But make sure while trimming you do not trim into your stitches or cut into your stitches. When you're done trimming the seam allowance, turn your pouch through the opening you left in the lining bottom, steadily pushing till you finally birth the entire pouch. Make sure you push the zipper tabs out. When you feel that everything is nice and flat, pull out the lining and close the opening from where you turned out the pouch by pressing the seam allowance, then clipping in place. You can press the seam allowance with a hot iron, or you press with your fingers. Then top stitch your edge stitch at 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and the I see you zipper pouch is ready. Attach the wristlet strap to the D-ring. Then lastly, apply or place the wiggly eye wherever you wish. Apply the bit of glue on the back of the wiggly eye to keep it in place. You have neatly finished your I see you zipper pouch with all raw edges enclosed. I hope you enjoyed making this zipper pouch. I'd like to see your own version when you're done. Don't forget to share your makes in our Facebook group, in your favorite sewing groups, on Instagram, or on any other social media platform. While you're at it, hashtag #EasySewICU or I see you zipper pouch so I can see what you have created. To have access to the pattern I've used to make this zipper pouch, follow the instructions to download the file in the description below. Please give this video a thumb up and share to anyone you think might be interested. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.